G'day, it's Shane here from Winery TV, and thank you for joining me on Behind Bar. But more importantly, thank you for helping me spread McLaren Vale wines to the world. Today, another interesting wine. I know I say that every week or every fortnight, and to me they are interesting wines. Now, for those that have been watching the program for a while, I have tried some wines from Possingham Wines, and Possingham Wines has actually come from the name Possingham, so Dr. John Possingham, and his partner, now I've forgotten her surname, is it written on the bottle? Her first name. Carol Summers, that's it. Sorry, Carol. So they've changed the labelling to go away from possums, you know, the Australian critters type thing, and they've come up with this Possingham and Summers McLaren Vale label. And this is the 2009 Cabernet. Hopefully you can get that there. Now I'm understanding this is aimed at just under the $20 retail. I've got that right. And yes, I had some of this last night. Very enjoyable, and I thought, why not share it with you? So let's get straight into this wanky thing. Now it's interesting, 2009, if you peg 2009, hot vintage, hot drought year, and there has been some pretty average wines from 2009, but with the right treatment and the right picking time, and I think that's been the clue to success for a number of wines in 2009. Those 2009 wines are fine, and this is really interesting. Now, Cabernet and McLaren Vale. Cabernet and McLaren Vale go really well, but I tend to find there's two styles of Cabernet from McLaren Vale. There's a dry red style, and there is a classic Cabernet, you know, the black currant type arrangements. When I first opened this wine, I thought, geez, this is nice, but it's not varietal. Sat there for about an hour or so, and the classic Cabernet started coming through. So again, needs some time. So, the vineyards, they source all their fruit from either Blewett Springs in McLaren Vale or the Wollonga Flat area, and both areas make very different wines, very different soil structures. Now, so I'm getting a bit of the classic Cabernet coming through, so the black currant. Getting a little bit of blackberry, so there's a certain amount of blackness coming through. Getting French oak character coming through as well. And all in all, quite a nice smelling wine. For this price structure, it's pretty good. Now let's keep going. Now first up, this is a much better wine than when I tried it last night. So I had this wine open about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, while I was consuming it with dinner. And tasting it, but tasting it with food, and thought it was coming along nicely. Put the old vacuum in there and left it overnight, and now sharing it with you today. And this wine has really come up a treat. So if you find this wine, first thing I say is give it some time. This wine has really enjoyed having a bit of time with it open before being consumed. Definitely getting the classical Cabernet characters, and with that comes a bit of the classical Cabernet donut hole effect. So there's a lot of really good fruit up front. Love that the cassis or the black currant characters that I'm getting up front. A little bit of blackberry, not much, but a little bit of blackberry, less than what is on the nose. And then you get a bit of a hole in the middle. Not much, but there's a bit of a hole in the middle. And then the back of the palate is really, really nice. The tannin structure is there. The tannin structure is part of the wine, but it's certainly not aggressive. Very much a drink now wine. And I think they've hit the nail on the head, particularly at this price range. That is quite a good wine. So, Possingham and Summers, McLaren Vale, 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon. I think a very good wine, and one that if you see around the traps, you should try. So that's all we have time for Lone Grape TV today. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed sharing this with you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.